Hi guys, Songboy13. It's time for the weather forecast for the week ahead. Just before I get to the forecast, my favourite weather pics of 2020 is finally up. Like I said, I'm so sorry it is out so late in the year, but trust me, my mental health has been all over the place, so I needed to just wait until it's at a stable position where I'm able to upload it. But hopefully the next one, like I said in the previous video, it should be up much closer to our new year. So thank you so much for waiting. And obviously this video, it doesn't show every single weather pic of the year because of lockdown and mental health concerns, but instead I just chosen the best weather pics what I've took pretty much consistently right throughout the year, maybe a little bit lower for a time towards spring, but other than that, I'm really happy with this video. And also back to the weather, it's been a chaotic year. We've had a lot of snow related incidents throughout January, early February. Spain, Madrid and parts of southern Europe and Greece actually, just in the last few days have seen some unbelievable amounts of unusual, in fact I should say, amounts of heavy snow been falling, and it's just been chaotic. But mainly, most commonly, Texas. And I have been on the news about this all week, and I may possibly make a future video maybe once my well-being improves. But Texas has had one of its worst, more ice storms than snowstorms for many decades. It's just been absolute chaos there. Millions have been without power. The water has been, you know, completely gone bust in terms of the pipes been broken and stuff, yada yada. And yeah, and obviously no food out. It's just been horrific. So my thoughts go out to everyone affected in Houston, well not Houston, Dallas, Austin, whatever, all around Texas, as well as the pandemic. So yeah, that's just not making any easy for life at the moment in Texas. What's life back here at the moment for this week was nowhere near as disruptive. It might be a bit wet for western parts, and there is a bit of flooding been reported, even that nothing as bad as it was in other parts of the world. But mainly this week's weather, it is going to be, certainly no snow, quite the opposite, going to be a very, very mild, if not even a warm week, particularly midweek across certain parts of the UK. Western parts, particularly first half of the week, will be quite wet at times, so expect a lot of rain to come over the next few days. And let me just make sure against my position. So anyways, nearly 3 minutes in, let's get straight into the details of the weather. Today's weather, actually today's not looking too bad. A few isolated showers across western Scotland and elsewhere in the British Isles. Also, there was a little bit of a trailing weather front. Southern and central parts will get a little bit of light patchy rain. Certainly going to be a lot of cloud though. And the temperatures probably around low double figures. Even that's pretty much more than respectable temperatures for this time of the year. So a mild winter's day, just a little bit damp in some places, but a lot of cloud for quite a few places. And also not quite as mild in southeast England compared to yesterday, where 16 degrees was recorded somewhere. But even that, 12 or 13 to 11 to 13 will be overall high for most places. Tonight's weather, generally going to be a little bit of a damp, cloudy night. Temperatures not going to drop very much overnight, so a very mild night. Temperatures high single figures likely, a few places staying in double figures overnight, as we will be seeing a large cloudy and a bit of a damp night. Now for Monday's weather tomorrow, actually for some places it's going to be a little bit disappointing tomorrow for Monday, especially in the morning time. We'll see a little bit of a weak weather front bringing in a bit of a line of rain, mainly primarily affecting eastern England, parts of central and possibly southern England, but that should fizzle out by the afternoon hours. And eventually, timing's always a bit uncertain, some point around mid to late afternoon we will see some welcome sunshine bringing through. Temperatures kind of mixed throughout the British Isles. In the sunshine, temperatures will be breathing a little bit fresher, 8 to 10 degrees Celsius. Even that again is above average for the time of the year, so nothing wrong with those temperatures at all. In eastern England, despite more clouds, temperatures could reach 16 degrees tomorrow, so quite an unusually mild day for February. But overall, not a bad picture on Monday. It's mostly dry, just a little bit damp in certain parts of the UK. Unfortunately, into Tuesday, it's a much wetter day across pretty much all of Northern Ireland, maybe parts of western Scotland later in the day, and parts of Wales and southwest England could see some rain around as we got a weather front coming in. But towards the east, high pressure is forming that's going to try and block off the weather systems, coming no closer than, let's say, parts of Aberystwyth in Wales and Plymouth and Cornwall. For central and southern England, it's a really, really decent day. Spring's probably coming well and truly early. Lots of sunshine. Temperatures going to bounce back up after that brief cool dip. So 11 to 13, maybe 14 degrees for many places, maybe a little lower in the wetter places of the UK. So overall, it's a really decent day. By the time we get into Wednesday, Wednesday will probably be the warmest day of the week. Unfortunately for western parts of the UK, it is going to be another damp or even wet day. The weather fronts, western parts may die out a little bit, so rain probably a little bit less heavy, but unfortunately may still be persistent. And there is some flooding warnings out this week, so unfortunately if you're prone to these areas, you could be prone to some flooding. So not a great week if you're living in, like I said, parts of Wales, Northern Ireland, maybe parts of Western Scotland. Possibly washout there, but it's so much different towards central and eastern parts of England. With some certain amounts of sunshine, temperatures could peak at 16 to even 17 degrees Celsius for Wednesday. That's more typical for May, so that is certainly well above average for this time of the year. So quite extraordinary temperatures. So very warm with potential for some long sunny spells for certain parts of the UK into Wednesday. It's going to be more and truly like spring outside. By Thursday, the weather front will die out. Temperatures may be creeping down just a tiny bit, not a lot, because on Thursday we're not going to get winds coming back from a northerly. They're just going to change a little bit to more of a southwesterly. The weather front should die out a bit. It's just going to be a blanket of clouds, and more cloud likely on Thursday. There will be some sunny spells, and temperatures, although not as high on Wednesday, still well above average for this time of year. 11 to 14 degrees for many places of the UK on Thursday. Maybe a tad fresher up north with a few showers if possible. But actually, a dry day on Thursday, like I said, just a few light showers pretty much anywhere, but again, another very decent day. And pretty much the same into Friday. There's a bit of a question mark. We may get another weather front trying to creep in across the British Isles into the weekend, but again, high pressure is going to win out. It might be quite weak, so you may see a little bit of drizzle or light rain in some places. So by Friday, and it will probably be linked into Saturday as well, I think some sunny spells expected Friday with just a few light showers, or maybe a brief band of rain somewhere around in the UK. Locations and data is very uncertain, so anything could change. But for Friday, it's not a bad picture. Plenty of sunshine potentially, some sunny spells, and once again temperatures remaining above average, 11 to 13 for Friday for many of you. And into next week is actually high pressure will be around. It's going to stay in a certain position where the winds will be coming up from a mild direction, which is from the south or southeast maybe. So temperatures next week, not quite sure how mild it will be. At the moment, temperatures may be estimated to be around, which is quite interesting for the time of year, 12 to maybe 15 degrees for many of you into next week. It could even be warmer than this, but I'm not going to go too overboard. But that's for next week. A dry week likely with some sunny spells, maybe a bit of cloud at times. We don't know when the weather will turn cooler, so it could be around for a while. So honestly, even if you're looking at western areas, it will be a bit of a disappointing week next week. The following week, actually, you may be in for some enjoyable spring weather. But overall, winter at the moment is well and truly over for many of you. Anyways guys, that's it for this week's weather, and I will try and get a video out if I can this week. It might not be until next week, when lockdown hopefully may start to end in about early March. I'll try and get more videos out for you, so just bear with me. But anyway guys, hope you enjoyed this week's weather forecast, and I will try and get out to you more if there's an urgent video needed. Other than that, like, comment, subscribe, stay safe this week. Storm is now out.